Hello, this is Ruben. Welcome to the Information Center. In this video, I'm going to tell you 4 things to consider before purchasing the Light Phone 2. Don't forget to subscribe and set yourself up for notifications. Also, check out the chapters below so that you can skip ahead if you want. Let me provide a quick disclaimer. Be aware that this is not an exhaustive list of things to consider before purchasing. This list is based on my personal experience with a Light Phone as of today. For your convenience, I have added a link to the Light website so that you can take a look at other things you might want to consider before purchasing. Okay, so let's begin. There's 4 things on my list. 1 is, are you able to truly give up your smartphone? 2, are you willing to drastically slow down your current mode of communication? 3, the Light Phone 2 is a bit pricey. Are you willing to pay the price for a downgrade? 4, the Light Phone 2 might not resolve all your reasons for wanting to switch to it. Okay, so let's get into some details. 1, are you able to truly give up your smartphone? The Light Phone 2 is not a smartphone by any means. Don't jump into this thinking that you're purchasing another smartphone. You will be highly disappointed. Although it has some slight features of a smartphone, what it does have is super minimal. Some of the features are the ability to add contacts, a calendar, ability to take notes, a timer, and a few other things that I'll be reviewing in future videos. Let me provide a quick example of what I mean by super minimal. The contacts feature consists of adding a first name, a last name, and a telephone, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So before you buy, know that the Light Phone 2 is not a smartphone. Before moving on to the second thing to consider before buying, let me tell you that if you need full-on smartphone features, you can easily switch back to your old smartphone. This can be done by swapping the nano SIM from dumb to smart or vice versa. Look at the Light website linked below under how does it work. But if you have a built-in eSIM like I do on my iPhone 14 Pro Max and your carrier is T-Mobile, you will have to contact them each time that you make the switch. I don't know about other carriers, so you would have to contact your carrier to make sure that you're able to swap from eSIM to physical SIM each time by calling them. The second thing that you can do to access your smartphone features is use the built-in Light Phone 2 hotspot with your smartphone. The hotspot works great, but be aware that it drains the Light Phone's battery very fast. So make sure you have an alternate battery pack to keep it charged while using the hotspot, or keep it plugged into a wall port while you're using it. Okay, so let's move on to the second thing to consider before purchasing the Light Phone 2. Are you willing to drastically slow down your current mode of communication? Number 2 piggybacks on number 1. Because the Light Phone 2 is not a smartphone and is slow moving for a purpose, you need to expect that it's going to be slow. Like dumb phones of the past, the Light Phone 2 is slow. I might even say that it's slower than the dumb phones of the past. So be aware and ponder that the Light Phone 2 will slow you down drastically in regard to communications. The Light Phone 2 forces me to slow down, so it's doing its job. At first I wasn't too excited with that, but then I realized the reason why I made the switch. Now I've accepted that, and I actually like the slowness of the phone. The slowness of the phone keeps me humble. So remember, slowness is a biggie for you to consider, so make sure you are 100% on board with this change. Again, it might take some time to get used to, but it's well worth it. Now that you know that the Light Phone 2 is slow, prepare for emergencies. At the very minimum, know how to turn on the Light Phone 2's hotspot feature and how to connect it to your smartphone or tablet. Also, at a minimum, find a good app that will allow you to use your phone number on, for example, a tablet or your old smartphone so that you can text and or make phone calls. I use T-Mobile's Digits app. It's not the best, but it's sufficient enough for me. Also, keep a battery pack handy and charged. A few weeks back, we had tornadoes in our area, so I had to communicate with friends and family pretty quick. So I had to switch to the hotspot and smartphone with Digits to communicate quickly. I'm tech savvy, so I was able to do this on the fly. If you are not tech savvy, I recommend that you practice this a few times and every now and then to keep it fresh in your mind. Now let's move on to the third thing to consider before purchasing a Light Phone 2. The Light Phone 2 is a bit pricey. Are you willing to pay the price for a downgrade? The Light Phone 2 is at $299 a pop. You will be paying for a phone that's slow and that's gonna force you to slow down. It's so slow I hardly want to use it, but I'm okay with that. That's the reason why I purchased the phone. The phone has an e-ink display, meaning it's black and white, there's no color on it. And as discussed before, minimal features. It looks super nice though. This is one of the reasons that I dished out $300 for it. It's also about the size of a credit card, and that's all you get, no more, no less. Now let's move on to the fourth consideration. The Light Phone 2 will not resolve all your reasons for switching to it. For example, if you're carrying a tablet around because you can use the hotspot, you might end up using the tablet just as much as you did your smartphone. Also, if you keep your smartphone, which I recommend that you do, for in case of emergencies, you might end up doing the same as the previous example. Believe me, it's super easy to create a workaround. I'm telling you this from experience. The Light Phone 2 does help to deter the constant usage of a smartphone, but at the end of it all, you are the final deciding factor. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Also hit the notification button so that you'll be alerted for future videos. Also in the description, I have an option to buy me a coffee. If you also have the Light Phone 2, add any additional considerations in the comment section below and add your experiences with it so far. If you have any comments or questions that I may be able to answer about the Light Phone 2, leave that in the comments also. Have a great day and see you on the next video.